Welcome. First attempt and try of the Content Corner podcast. Quite simple. We had an idea. We thought to run with it. My voice is kind of fucked up. Yesterday I was screaming a lot. That's beside the point. And of course, today, hopefully with our main cast, we got me, Grump, the absolutely most funniest and most comical one of the group. We got Bonk, the leader, the host, the man with the channel, and what
Hello.
everyone wants to watch. And then we have Eris.
Hey.
So
There we go.
today we are a couple days ago we took a little trip, which we do sometimes,
shit.
and we watched.
Sorry.
What?
No, nothing. I'm just throwing things around me. Go ahead.
I'm doing the fucking intro. Anyway,
Sorry.
we went to watch the Minecraft movie because that's something we do a lot. We go on movies, we enjoy them, and recently it's been such a big thing with game movies. You got the Sonic movies, you got the Mario movie, the new one and the original one. You got the Final Fantasy Freddy's movie, and now we have Minecraft, a Minecraft movie.
True.
So we thought, we just watched it. It's still kind of hot, so we thought, you know what, fuck it, let's do the first podcast episode about it. So I'm today's host, playing the host, and we will hopefully trade between hosting. But I'm the first one today, and I will be asking my two other guests, or host, what the fuck ever, things about the Minecraft movie, question about the actors, what they thought about it, if they can potentially tell me how many mobs was in the entire movie, and those sort of things. So if you haven't seen the movie, I would personally say go out the way to watch it. It's a fun movie for the boys. Is it a good movie? Well, that's what we're about to find out.
Also, disclaimer on top of this: if you haven't seen the movie yet, there will be spoilers in this. I have a feeling that if you don't declare this clear enough, there will be someone mad at us. But no, we were talking about the contents of the movie from beginning to end. In this, whatever Grump has questions about, there will be spoilers and there will be rants, probably.
So, I have a couple things just pulled up about the movie and actors and different things. Generally, people haven't spotted in the movie.
Mhm.
So we'll start it real simple. What did both of you think about the movie? Did you think it was
Like
good?
overall?
Yeah, just overall. Your overall feeling about the movie.
All right. Do you want to go first in this one, Eris? Because I feel like I have more opinions about it than you do.
I mean, I feel like it's okay. There are some parts that probably made me have some questions. Others I'm like, yeah, I can see this makes sense. I mean, it is like what, mainly a kids oriented movie.
It is a kids movie, generally for the younger audience. But of course, people will watch this movie who have grown up playing Minecraft. But then again, it's a kids movie, and it's not supposed to be a serious movie flick.
Yeah.
I feel like it's okay for what it is.
All right.
That's my take on it.
That's all you had to say? All right, buckle up, boys and
Yeah.
girls.
There's a reason why I just said this is Eris.
Now, I have a few grapes to pick with this movie, right? Because if you take, I have thought about this. It's been a few days since you've seen the movie, but if you just take the movie and put it in literally any other universe possible, even just like a alternate version of our universe, the story would play out the exact same. There's nothing inherently embedded into the story that makes it a Minecraft movie, other than the fact that it happens to take place in a Minecraft blockish world.
Like within the Minecraft appearance.
Yeah. So like as just like a movie, as just a movie to go and watch, it's great. I'd highly recommend it. If you are interested in a movie about Minecraft, not as much. That's my personal opinion on it. There's a lot of shit that's happening which just doesn't get resolved, or they're just like ignored completely, and then go on with their day and just tie it together later.
Okay, then. So general people's feeling about the movie, of course. How would you say the the designs of the characters, and I'm not talking about we're gonna go to the actors soon, but of the other characters, like the mobs and the villagers and the general, like,
Yeah.
the appearance.
Great. 10 out of 10. Honestly, I could not wish for anything better.
All right.
I think one of my personal favorite parts of the movie, character creation wise, was the creepers. Because when he was starting to blow up, you could see the ribs inside of it. I found that really cool.
You can kind of see it like prepare to blow.
Yeah.
You see the you see the build up, because there is a scene in the movie where one of the character, a guy called Gareth, he
This is a
stands
garbage
in
man.
a garbage man, Gareth the garbage man. He stands in the woods, and he doesn't expect anything to happen, and all of a sudden, we, the audience, see a creeper sneak up behind him. He doesn't do shit until he heard something. He heard something, I don't know what he heard, and he turns around and fucking sucker punches it in the face. And he starts apologizing to it, and then it
Mm-hmm.
eventually fucking starts ticking, and he's like, "Oh, don't cry," I think he says, or something.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the creeper starts ticking. He's like, "I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to." It was, and then the creeper explodes and he gets knocked back. That
Yeah,
scene
he gets-
alone, I find genuinely amazing, because it's the first time they're in the world too.
Yeah, it's like during the first, from the time they get into the Minecraft world, I think it's like the first 20 minutes or something. A
Yeah.
lot of stuff happens.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I think Eris pointed this out when we were exiting the cinema, but the pacing of the movie was really awkward because the first half an hour spent setting up people in the real world, and then it tries to rush the entire story in the last hour.
Like,
Yeah.
okay, that's actually a thing, because in the real world, the movie starts in the real world. We see all the characters and their lives, and kind of, in a way, how they would end up in a situation, which is fucking weird. But there is one thing I started thinking about, which is like, why did this never get picked up or anything? Early in the beginning of the movie, one of the characters, Henry, who's this kind of young kid who likes to invent and create stuff, but in the real world, you can't be imaginative. It's a bummer, you know.
Mhm.
So to prove that he can do shit, he makes a rocket at his own school just to show people.
Yeah.
And of course, it's about, in theory, I think it's gonna work until some. I think they're supposed to be bullies. We only see them for like 2 scenes. They cut a wire, and his rocket thing starts flying everywhere, and it fucking hits a factory and like kills a mascot character falling into the river.
Like a
And it's like,
statue, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a statue
Yeah,
on
like-
top of the building.
we hear for one scene like, "Oh yeah, he killed Peely the potato," and it's like we hear nothing more about it. Nothing.
Well, to
kid-
be fair though,
A kid did fucking terrorist attack. People know who it was, and nothing happened with it. He disappeared, and it's not like, fuck, we have a terrorist on the run.
I will
like-
say that I will side with the movie on this one because it does spend the rest of the movie in the Minecraft world.
Yeah.
So like,
No, well, kind of.
well, except the ending, except like the last like 5 minutes.
We get some. I'll get to it.
All right.
But yeah, so pacing in the movie kind of questionable, but it's kind of just a, like, it's the best way to describe it, kind of, it's a gaming session. You know,
What
Yeah.
the huh? Wait, I'm not
Like-
following.
Maybe.
you sit down to make a plan for a game. Like when we play Minecraft,
Uh-huh.
we're like, oh, let's finish the game and let's create a house. 5 minutes later, we're fighting a fucking mob of zombies in a dungeon.
Okay, like
Like,
that.
how the fuck did we get here? Oh well, you see, we built a boat and now we're here.
Alright, yeah.
You see my point?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
kind of the pure randomness. I think personally, with some of the appearances from the stuff, like the animal mobs, like cows, pigs, and sheeps, they were okay. Like they were what I expected. I expected them to look like this.
Yeah.
The weapons kind of questionable, but it's blocky, so it's
I
blocky,
feel
but
like the
it's
weapons aren't
it's a
too bad.
it's 3D blocky. That's
I
kind of
will say, if you look at the skeletons beginning the movie, they have actual Minecraft bows.
yes, they do.
And since that's the first weapon
Enchanted.
you see, enchanted, and it's not. No, it's not the first. No, we see Steve pickaxe before that. But like,
Yeah.
it's this weird thing. Be like, what does skeleton have actual bows, like Minecraft designed bows, compared to everybody else who's now just wielding a hyper realistic, like
Um,
a high resolution resource pack.
Bonk can
Sword.
probably bring this picture up in the.
Yeah, I'll
yeah,
throw the picture
'cause
on screen.
you can
after
see
me.
there is, it is that looks like just a Minecraft bow with the like front view kind of.
Yeah. Also, the guy in the back. Also, the guy in the
Yeah.
back. You can see the profile of it.
But then you have like the diamond sword, which I think they like. I can see what they're supposed to be, but I think they look too 3D. You know,
Yeah.
they,
It is
they don't
very clearly made to be so the actors can physically hold it.
they don't look flat enough.
They're not
That's
supposed to be
what-
flat though either
no, but
necessarily.
that like
No.
you know, um, otherwise the mobs, zombies look kind of understandably. They look kind of funny looking, but for me, when I look at them, they look like the old school Frankenstein creature when he used to have green skin. Because they had
All
a
right.
flat head with black hair and the green skin, of course.
Yeah.
Pillagers, I like the way they look, but they look they kind of look too. I don't know why, but there's something off with them, and it might just be the eyebrows.
Maybe. The eyebrows were very weird.
Yeah. Otherwise, like creepers, iron. I like the iron golem.
The Iron Golem was
Golem's
sick.
pretty good.
The fucking iron golem, great. He looked the way he was supposed to look.
Golem was exactly what I expected.
Yeah. And of course, in the little corner, the villagers, they look the way I expect them to look.
Hmm.
Piglins, like the piglins and the brutes and stuff, they were, they look too fleshy.
What do you mean?
Like I don't know. I mean, they look the way you think they would look, but I kind of think they look kind of too fleshy.
Well, are you updated or updated? This came out a long time ago. Do you know the new lore for the piglins? Since they're no longer pigmen.
Kind of.
The piglins, from my understanding, is basically just pigs that were brought to the nether. And thus, it's just a pig that learned to evolve. So it would stay fleshy, like a pig.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Now,
the.
I am surprised on one thing.
Okay.
All
The
right.
name they chose for one of the piglins.
Yes, they. Okay, I'll get to that part. I'll get to it.
Oh yeah.
The ghast looked pretty good. They looked the way I kind of thought they would look.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all. Like everything else, like the items and stuff, they look the way I would expect them to look. We'll get to the few parts which are now not Minecraft canon, which in one of the pictures I have sent, you can see them kinda, but we'll get to it. But I kind of wanna ask you guys a kind of special question.
All right.
What do we think about our character cast and like the characters? We have, hold on, we have Gareth, Steve, Natalia, Henry, and Dawn.
Wait, so
Those
you
are
mean the characters, not the actors, right? Just to be clear.
The characters.
The
We're going for the characters first. The characters and their actions and how they did in the movie. Henry is supposed to, as I said, he's the young kind of. You're supposed to think like he's the young hero character. He's inventive, but he gets held down, and he gets his final kind of chance to be inventive and do shit.
Yeah.
and that's kind of the I can do it character.
Yeah.
Gareth is the cocky, selfish,
You get it? Not Garrett.
anti character, but then he turns good. Or he's not even bad, but he's just he's kind of
I want to say
he's
he's more desperate, but he
he's
doesn't want
kind
to
of
kind of let his guard down by showing that he's not as tough as he likes to seem.
yeah, he plays
Toxic masculinity.
that is his character. Because he is this big fucking pompous dude who's like, yeah, I was the shit. I'm still the shit. No, you're kind of a forgotten loser.
Yeah, like no one gives a shit about your game, Rocket Gary. I gotta be sorry, man.
Yeah, which he does say eventually. But I'm gonna be fair. I want this jacket.
The jacket is cool. I like the jacket. That's sick shit.
I want it. I want his style, which maybe just says shit about.
You are Garrett.
Natalia, which is Henry's sister. She's the protective sister character who's supposed to take care of him and wants to kind of hold him close and safe, but eventually lets go, kind of,
Mm-hmm.
She's cautious about this whole thing because she's not. You get thrown into a random world. You meet another person out of the blue. Yeah, sure, he saved your ass, but you don't know anything about them.
And in your head, he's talking fucking mumbo jumbo.
Yeah, and it's like close lunging zombies and whatnot. I wouldn't try. Like, okay. Yeah. Actually, finish your explanation about Dawn, then I explain my viewpoints on the characters.
All right. Dawn is Dawn.
Dawn sure is Dawn.
Here's the thing. Dawn is a character which she was introduced she was a supporting character for both Dawn and Henry in one scene, and it will show like, oh yeah, she does a lot of things, so she's kind of
Wait. Did you just say Dawn is a supporting character for Dawn and Henry?
Henry and Natalia. But she's kind of the supporting character and shows like she does a lot of things, so she knows some stuff. But as soon as they get into the world, she shows that she's capable of like kind of fighting zombies, I guess. But it's like I feel she's kind of like a punchline character. She gives like one-liners and says quotable stuff.
Yeah.
Like in the ranking of these four characters, she might just be on the bottom, which might be the point. Eventually, she is kind of the character to tell Natalia to like, you gotta let go. Like your brother, he can do stuff himself. Like
your brother is basically Einstein. Come on now.
Yeah, that's basically what she's like. Come on, fucking let him go.
Yeah.
I would say of the characters, I would kind of say if I were to rank them with like 1, 2, 3, and 4, I'm not gonna go with the fourth one because I think both Dawn and Natalia are kind of number 3, then Henry, then Gareth in my head.
All right. Okay.
All right.
What do you guys think of the characters?
You want to go first or should I go first?
You can go ahead.
All right. Personally, now are we including Steve in this list, or is it just those?
We'll get to Steve.
We'll get to Steve. All right. I honestly, Henry would probably be my least interesting character. In my
Steve's
opinion.
dancing in the corner right now. He's just waiting for it.
He has his chicken steak oven, whatever the fuck. I honestly, like, I agree with you. Dawn seems like a very supportive character, and the way that she was like thrusted into the story, it just felt off. Cause like, she works real estate, but she also does a mobile zoo, and she sells.
She had like what 15 or something different things.
Jobs had to try to pay, which is very realistic to like the American dream.
She's shown as a real estate agent, and she has a mobile zoo. But then it's mentioned that I have 15 jobs, but we never hear about them.
That could have been an over-exaggeration. It could have been.
Probably. I mean, it may be understandable, but
like you never know, right? But I don't know. I will say the movie did lore building for Garrett, Henry, and Nat, and then fucking nothing for Dawn.
Yeah.
We got 2 lines of how she works, and then that's it. She was just in the movie plot. Nad is probably my favorite character based on how she reacts being in this new place, as she is like wary of everything. She is like, okay, I have one goal in
It's
mind,
like the
that is
most
keep Henry
realistic.
safe. Because like,
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening. I'm getting separated from Henry, which is like the only person I have left in my family because their mother died, and I'm assuming their dad either died or left.
She does say that in a line. He's the only family I have left.
Yeah, so like I totally get her viewpoint of being careful and wanting to keep Henry safe and everything. Garrett, a second. I think Garrett's a second, not because he is a good character, it's just because he's better than the 3 others, in my opinion. Garrett wins third by default because Henry falls on the bottom as this kid who is just the literal only facial expression that kid has during the entire fucking movie is confusion. And I felt him, because that was how I felt the entire movie.
You could say that his expression is a Minecraft skin.
So Henry's probably at the bottom for me, and then Dawn, because the effort she puts into this kid she sold the house to and then just went on an adventure with. And then Garbage
She
Man.
did say she did. Dawn, okay, I'm gonna be honest. Dawn did mention in a scene that just call me if there is anything, because I will help you, because I know you're in deep shit, basically.
Yeah, which I love. You know, that was a cool line to hear. But like,
Yeah,
if I called, even if I called one of you guys, right, and I'm like, hey, I may or may not be trapped in a separate dimension, or I may or not be going to a separate dimension. Would you join?
Obviously, the correct answer is yeah, sure, of course I'm gonna help you interdimensionally.
Yeah, let me just
Let me
abandon
get my
my
gun.
work, family, and everything else that I have going on, including the car of fucking animals that I have, by the way, to join this random kid into a cave in another dimension.
And
That
then,
is a fair point.
might I also point out, we don't know how much time actually passes in the normal world.
True, because that's never established either. We know 20 minutes is day and night, just like in Minecraft. But like, what is that result in real life? So that is true. That's another point. How long were those animals? Are they dead? We didn't see the animals after. I want to point that out. We never saw those
Well, we
animals
do
again.
see there is one part further in the movie where we do see her with animals.
With Dennis.
Yeah.
Only Dennis.
Was it only?
It was just Dennis. Because the thing
Swear I thought there was
she was in
others.
a zoo, but what she had was a mobile zoo, right? So she would take the animals with her. But what we saw her in was a full-on zoo or like an attraction thing, and then Dennis was a separate attraction that she was with. So I'm led to believe she was only with Dennis.
Right. So I can't.
Yeah. Eris.
I feel I want to say Natalie is at top because she's the most realistic person to how I would act in this situation.
Yeah.
Because I would be like, okay, what the hell's going on? I'm not going anywhere until I know what the freak's happening. Like, I need information. I'm not going to go blind into a world that could potentially kill me.
No, God, no.
Then I feel like probably Garrett is my second, purely because I feel like he gets a lot more development throughout the movie.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
There's a lot more interactions with him, and then Henry's kind of walking along. He's just kind of there. Sure, he's the genius kid that ends up saving a lot of their hides, but ultimately he's just there, and he's like, oh yeah, this is a place I can do everything I wanted.
As long as it's blocky. Thank God I wanted those fucking rocket launchers.
And Dawn is kind of the comedic character that helps the plot along.
Yeah.
True. Let's we gotta go to, of course, now to the main man. Mr. Block himself, Mr. Every blue shirt ever, Mr. I have been in this before, Mr. Hold my block, Steve.
I am Steve.
I think Steve he's a fun cast character with Jack Black, but I think with the stuff I don't. I think he works, but he's also more of the ridiculous character. Like he's the most ridiculous one
Yeah.
because he's like fucking whoop de doo, fucking all that shit. He has
He's
his
very
like,
whimsical and like.
yeah. Even when in the scene where he's in a dungeon, supposed to be tortured, be captured by the piglins, he's like, "Oh, boss, check this shit out. I'm just gonna make a statue real quick."
True. That is true. No, yeah, I totally agree with you. I will say that one thing I was genuinely impressed about the movie is how they managed to squeeze more like emotion into Steve's story in the first 5 minutes of the story than they managed to do with half an hour for the rest of the cast. I never
Yeah.
felt emotionally connected to the rest of the cast, but Steve, I was like, oh no, he's trapped. He want to be get Steve, get out of there.
Fucking yeah. I get it.
Right, and like all the other characters' stories, I didn't give a shit about. Like Garrett's little failed gaming story, I was like, yeah, fucking claim bankruptcy, start again, or do not. I don't give a shit. But Steve is like, no, the world.
Yeah. Stevie's he's most likely the in my mind he's probably the number one character, but it's just because Jack Black, the guy who plays him, like the way he plays the character, he makes it work. But it wouldn't if it was anyone else. Absolutely not.
No,
I feel like
yeah.
it very much also depends on what's happening in the movie itself. Like, for what happened in the movie, I feel like it works.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
But if you had anyone else, the story would have to be different for it to work.
yeah, the
true.
story is just whimsical enough for it to fit Jack Black's like acting and acting
Yeah.
style and whatnot.
And I think it's also a lot of the time with how he's like very like extra with some of the words. I feel
True.
has to do with again the fact that this is supposed to be more of a kids movie.
Yeah.
So
It is generally
they are like running around a little bit and being like, "Oh yeah, look at that."
yeah,
Being like very extra about everything.
right.
That's very true.
We all right. There is two other characters we haven't talked about, which are I'm going off their Wikipedia page, which are named characters on the page,
Okay.
and that's two characters that have a long-lasting storyline through the entire movie. And to be fair, it's the most solid plot in the entire movie.
I swear
It's
to God.
It's the vice principal of Henry's school
No.
and Nitwit.
Stop.
Oh, what did you say?
Nitwit.
Nitwit?
Oh yeah, he's green. Nitwit.
Yeah, because he's
He
a
doesn't have a
nitwit.
job.
No.
He's a nitwit villager. That means he doesn't take any jobs. That's why he wanders.
I want to start this one off by saying that I rewatched the trailers before we started, and they tell literally half of that storyline in the trailers.
Right. Yeah, they do basically in the entire trailer shows what basically his story is between Nitwit and the vice principal, and that keeps going, and it just keeps on being. They go on a date. There's like 3 scenes of them going to a date, and then it's like one joke, which we're gonna get to the jokes, and in one giant pile, which is kind of funny. And then it's like, I think I love you.
That's also a thing. The fact they actually used the in-game sounds for a
Yeah.
lot of the creatures.
That is true.
I give him credits for that. That they didn't try to like re-record or update or anything. That was good. That they used the actual sounds.
Yeah. Okay, so we can do a quick thing of the actors. Of Jason Momoa, Jack Black. That's the most known ones in our world.
Yeah.
Natalia is Emma Myers.
Yeah.
pretty solid for the role. Henry is
She has
played
been
by
popping up more recently, I think. But I think she's a good actor with the script that she gets delivered.
I've seen her in a couple, unless I'm remembering wrong.
she's kind of one of the young new actors.
For what
Like,
just be
she's
completely
been,
wrong, she's actually been in like everything. You just haven't noticed.
hold on, let me have a look here. She's been in
Yeah, fact check us.
she's in Wednesday.
All right.
If I'm not
Yes,
mistaken,
that's where I've seen it.
that's the Wolf Girl.
I haven't seen Wednesday.
Yes,
So.
it is. Yeah.
She's been in Minecraft, Wednesday, Good Girls, Guide to Murder, Family Switch, Girl in the Basement, The Glades, A Tale of Christmas, Letters to God, Avengers Secret Wars.
What?
Where are you looking?
Where the heck are you?
Avengers Secret War. Oh, she's gonna
Again,
be
where
in
are
it.
you looking?
On her Wikipedia page. She is booked for Avengers movie in 2027. Secret Wars.
Wait, hold on. I don't think I don't think Marvel has announced that movie yet.
It's on it's on their page.
Marvel, don't shoot us. Do not sue us. Oh, wait, it's Wikipedia. Okay, blame them, not us. We know about Doomsday. I don't think we knew about Civil or Secret Wars yet. Maybe we did. I don't know.
Oh.
I'm looking at her page now, and I don't see any mention of it.
It's right fucking there.
Oh my god, true it is. Right between Letter of God and Deathless.
You're looking from Google.
Yeah.
Both Google and both Wikipedia itself and IMDb does not show that at all.
Well,
okay,
maybe they're wrong, but anyways, okay.
Well, in that case, Marvel, it's not us, it's Google. Sue them, not us. We're only messenger.
Henry, the youngest actor in the movie, played by, and I'm not kidding, Sebastian Eugene Hansen.
That's a great name.
S-E-H.
He did a good job. I'll give him that.
He's okay. He did a good job because according to his IMDb page, which I'm now looking at, he's been in 4 things.
Oh shit!
He's pretty new.
Minecraft movie, Just Mercy, Lysis Story, Kid Tips, which is a movie, a TV show in 2021, and a TV show in 2023. Both the shows have 6 episodes and 3 episodes.
Oh, okay. So his track record ain't really good when it comes to like how long shit lasts. But good for him. He landed the movie Minecraft movie. Good for him. Good for him.
He's still fresh.
Yeah.
New.
He's building his portfolio.
And then we have Daniel Brooks, who is Dawn. And I know for a fact she is a funny actor because she has been in the Peacemaker series.
She's been in Peacemaker, and I looked it up, and she's part of World War C. Credited for the video game as a
creep, yeah.
The voice.
I see.
She has 23 roles in her record.
That's not bad. Okay, because I'm about to say, like, based on the way that she was talking using her words, she seemed like a very, like, I don't want to say, like, comedy-heavy actor.
I will say...
She's experienced.
Yeah.
She is way funnier and more effective in Peacemaker, because in Peacemaker, she has one of the main kind of character roles.
Yeah.
Well, it depends kind of how the script was set up.
Yeah,
right?
like, because that's the thing. Like, a movie isn't bad because the actors did a bad job. It's bad because the script was bad.
Yeah.
A perfect example of this, if you go back to Natalie's actor, if you go to what's called A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, that's
Game of Thrones.
Or Game of Thrones, but like A Good Girl's Guide to Murder is a dog shit series compared to the book, but she does the best she can with the acting that she has.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
so like, her acting is good, but the script is terrible.
Right. Of course, the 2 other actors, which we haven't mentioned yet, is of course Jennifer.
Oh, sorry.
We mentioned Jason Momoa and Jack Black. We know them.
True.
Do we need to go into those 2? Like,
no, we don't. We don't need to spend another half an hour doing those 2.
Exactly. And of course, the vice president, Jennifer, Stifler's mom from American Pie.
Yeah.
Nicolette is voiced by Matt Berry. You don't need to say anything more because Matt fucking Berry.
Yeah, I think we're good there.
Let's go into the things that were not canon in Minecraft, but they created, which is, if I'm not mistaken, four things, which is the Boots of Haste, which have
Boots of Swiftness, I believe.
Yeah, they are kind of in the game, but they have in the movie. You have Henry's home-created block launcher, I think we would call it.
The TOTS launcher
The
thing.
Taylor Tot launcher, but he starts shooting other things eventually. The haste golem, and I guess the main concept of the movie is the cube.
Yeah, the Earthling cube.
Also,
and
you're forgetting one very, very quote unquote important item.
Okay.
What?
The buck chuck.
Oh, the buck jacket. You're right. That don't exist. I forgot about that.
In general, what do we think about the thing? If we're gonna do it quick.
Quick. Okay, I want to say, when we got showcased the the Steve's whole armory, where we got to see the boots the first time.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought that they forgot which game they're doing because they look almost like an exact replica of the Boots of Swiftness from League, the old boots.
Right.
But I feel like there's a lot of places that back in the day did, it's something to do with swiftness or extra jumps. They just put wings on the boots.
And, like speed and movement.
Yeah, so that's my only personal thing. Other than that, the other items like the Earth cube and the other cube, that was fun. I thought that was a fun twist in order to like connect the worlds. The potato gun thing that Henry made, it wasn't made from Minecraft material, so I was kind of shocked it actually worked.
Yeah,
it had some parts. It had like wood, stick, and a piece of iron, I think.
Yeah,
that was all sorts of things in there.
And then what was the last thing?
Battery.
The buck chucky was fun. I like that. I have anything else.
Buck chucky and the haste golem.
The haste golem. He was, again, when he made the haste golem, the actors or Henry's face of just pure confusion definitely means he had the wrong thing in his hotbar when he placed it down.
Yeah, so, there is a scene close to the end where Henry runs along and creates like 20 iron golems, and the last one he's supposed to place, he doesn't place a pumpkin, he places the boots, and that all of a sudden creates a iron golem wearing makeshift armor, and it's like he's the captain. Or
it had like the boots, and then it had like a blue
helmet?
Small chest plate on it again and a helmet.
Yeah.
And it looked bigger.
It was slightly bigger and faster, obviously.
I liked that though, overall with it.
I thought it was cool. It was a cool addition.
Right. And actually, when I think about it, because I found it here now, it was another thing. It wasn't Minecraft, kinda, but it was from Minecraft Legends, I think.
Yeah.
The Great Hog.
You mean the big piglin beast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His name is the Great Hog.
Yeah, that's from Legends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is cool that they added him. He's from Legends and stuff. Like, I thought it was a interesting thing to have like a secondary antagonist. I think he worked. He came kind of out of nowhere because it was like, oh yeah, we'll put a brain in here. Okay, and then it just charges through the entire fucking place. Like, where the fuck did you come?
That's true. Yeah, because it's literally, we don't know where to put the brain. Go put the brain in. She turns around and there he is.
Yeah.
So what the fuck?
That's where part of the whole like
the pacing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much of the non-consistent items were added. I don't think any one of them were terrible. They were kind of strange, but they worked. It would be They just reminded me if anyone just downloaded mods to Minecraft.
Yeah. One thing I could see with the boots was that Steve made them with his own human boots.
True, that
could be a
could
thing.
be a possibility.
Because they're clearly not enchanted.
True. There is right. We're gonna if we think we're done with that part, I'm gonna go over to a part which I think we're gonna find funny. It's all the references that were made in the movie, items to like pop culture to, of course, the most kind of thing that created Minecraft in a big way, the YouTube world.
Yeah.
Because in the movie, I have it up here. There's in total apparently 5 YouTuber cameos in the entire movie.
At least.
What?
Yeah.
Was I just too blind to see them?
Yes.
All right.
They were staring you right in the face when it
Yes.
happened.
They legit were.
Oh God.
The 4 YouTubers you would see in the movie,
Mhm.
which was kind of funny, because I didn't see all of them, but later on I realized it. There is, according to this list, it's Dan TDM, Afmao, Mumbo Jumbo, and LDS Shadow Lady.
How the hell did I miss Dan?
It was right next to Jason.
That is Dan.
Oh my God, he is bald. I forgot about that.
And that's Afmal right next to him.
I haven't seen.
And then the other
her
scene,
ever since.
you see a short lady with pink hair. That's the Shadow LDS Shadow Lady. And Mumbo Jumbo is the tall guy with a mustache and mullet.
Oh my God. I don't want to go back to something we just finished talking about, but the Boots of Swiftness actually exist.
I'm sorry?
Minecraft dungeons.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Fair.
But I remember Dan with hair. I don't know how that. I don't know that says anything about how long since I've seen him.
Well, that is the 4 YouTubers you can see just in the background, which they're not like I'm happy that they at least showed up. Like, there's many YouTubers they could have done in the movie, Captain Sparkles, or just tons of them. But the 4 we did see, it's funny because they all kind of have their part within creating Minecraft YouTube into what it is.
Yeah, because like I don't know what the 3 others are big for, but like Dan were big for like mod showcases.
Most part of Hermitcraft, LD Shadow Lady, or Lizzie is also hanging out with a lot of the same people.
Okay.
Mumbo Jumbo was Hermitcraft, LDS was Shadow Lady was building and kind
Mumbo is also known as one of the bigger creators when it comes to Redstone.
And Afmal was a lot of roleplay, like Minecraft roleplays and stuff.
Oh yeah. Jesus Christ, Dan, I remember.
And of course, the last one, which most people were, of course, aware of, it was the tribute to Technoblade.
Yeah, that one was hard to miss. If you somehow missed that while watching the movie, you might want to get your eyesight checked. Anyways.
So, sadly, he died in, I believe it was 2019 from cancer.
Was it? Wasn't it 2020?
2022.
2020. Oh, Jesus. I thought it was longer. But yeah. He died in 2022 to cancer, which was a terrible thing. A lot of people got hurt by this.
Yeah.
So apparently, I did a little bit of research. Thanks to Henry's actor, that became a thing.
I guess.
Here's a thing I noticed earlier today.
What?
Yeah.
During an interview, the actors, I think it was Natalie or Emma Meyer, she confirmed that a lot of the lines they have in the movie are improv and not the actual script they originally had.
Oh.
Like when they first entered the world through the portal.
Uh-huh.
That whole comment about Dawn saying her behind was, hurting.
My butt.
Yeah. That was all improv.
All right.
Okay, yeah, understandable,
So
but
there's a lot of the moments I feel can be explained also through that they got to do improv
Yeah.
for it.
yeah, but um, there's some other like, yeah, um, fuck, I was gonna say, the techno thing, great tribute. It was real nice to see because now he is now inserted as movie legacy in a way.
Yeah, he's now in both game and movie
Yeah.
legacy because when Techno recently died, I don't know if anyone remembers,
They,
but Minecraft did add a small pig with a crown in the launcher,
they did absolutely.
and I think it's still there unless it got removed recently.
No, it got removed.
Oh, okay, oh, big rip, big rip.
But other things you could see in the background of scenes where you saw, for example, a totem of undying in one of the scenes. You could see a ender chest
Mhm.
in the Woodland Mansion, and you might not have noticed it. But during a scene where Henry looks into an Enderman, and apparently the Enderman starts fucking with his brain,
Yeah.
they start seeing like a negative variant of people who say, like, "Oh, just forget it. You're not creative and shit." You see Steve with white eyes,
Yeah.
Herobrine.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah,
It's
I like it.
it's short, but it's there.
It's a nudge towards that.
It is.
And that's another thing I would like to point, pick on too for a little bit. If I can just derail for a second, tiny second, the way that
Yeah.
the movie handled the Enderman interacting with Henry, I fucking wish that's how it worked in the game. That
It would
shit
have
would be
been-
sick.
If that was how it happened,
Not necessarily that it even like twists anything like that for you, but like if you stare into the eyes of the Enderman for too long,
you
that
get
just
like a nauseous
teleported somewhere
effect,
else.
maybe.
Yeah, like
you
a
get-
nauseous
yeah.
effect, your controls get reversed, and then you get teleported somewhere else. That shit would have been great.
But I will say the way he fought it was really funny. That's the most realistic thing in the entire
My
movie.
man went back to
Well-
the beta for those swings.
What he does isn't
He
isn't
still
like,
did
oh,
better than someone I know.
Hey,
some people would say, oh, he might just go hiding, or he would climb for shelves. No, he closes his eyes and starts swinging, and eventually kills it.
Here's
Yeah.
the thing. Steve warned him not to look them in the eyes.
And the first thing he does is look at him in the eye.
Exactly.
yeah.
You'd think if the only warning you get is don't look them in the eye, and they have not done anything to you up until that point,
Yeah.
you'd think it would be pretty easy how to avoid that.
Now, to be fair though, we didn't really get a description of what they look like, so Henry wouldn't know that was an Enderman. He just got description that the Enderman do not look him in the eye.
Fair?
That is true.
So Henry then turned around and seeing this tall, slanky, dark black creature, and was like, "What the fuck are you?" And then realizing that someone is looking him in the eye. I can see that.
True.
Yeah.
I can understand that being like, what are you? And, oh shit, that's you.
What's this? What's this? It's eating at my brains. What's this? I'm going insane.
Yeah. True. The final thing I kind of before like some small trivia stuff like the ratings and like how many people kind of liked it and stuff and numbers. The main thing about the movie, it's an adventure comedy movie.
Is that what it's listed at?
I believe it. That is what it's listed at. Hold on.
Okay.
See here. Minecraft movie.
Like genre?
Yeah.
Adventure, epic, fantasy, the slapstick survival. It's a slapstick adventure fantasy.
All right. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Makes sense. That's
So-
up.
Yeah. So, what do we think of the comedy, and what was personally your favorite comedy scene? Because I have two of them.
Okay.
Yeah. I have two as well.
I'll let you two go first.
Do you want to go first,
My-
Grump? Or... Okay, yeah, go ahead.
My comedy things are kind of stupid, but also funny for me. And it's a little one, which I thought it was when they get thrown through the portal
Mhm.
It's Henry first, then Gareth, or Gareth, whatever,
Garrett?
Garbage Man,
Yeah.
Garrett.
Just stick to his
When
name, Garbage
he
Man.
Garbage Man, when he's like fuck this and starts walking away, Natalia goes through the portal and collides with him, and he doesn't budge because it's Jason Momoa. He's giant.
Oh yeah.
But then
He
when
kind of
Mario
does like a
comes,
spin as she hits him and then
Yeah,
falls to the ground.
he like feints her to like direct the impact, but when Dawn comes through, he's like, oh shit, and gets
Yeah.
hit by Dawn and goes flying.
Yeah.
I found that to be funny.
That was really funny. Yeah. Just the way that not just like ricocheted off his abs and then Dawn knock him to the floor. That was a great scene.
Yeah, and the entire wing, the entire Elytra. I love that scene with the music, what happened, and the entire comedy between Jack Black and Jason Momoa. Being,
Oh, during the alert, that whole like
Yeah.
flight scene.
Yeah.
because in the scene they're escaping from a village being attacked. Actually, shit, I just remembered. We forgot one reference.
Oh shit, did we?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a Piglin commander.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Chungus.
There is technically more. There's another big reference people have been pointing out more and more that I believe I mentioned after we
Okay.
watched it.
Again,
But you can do that one first, and then I'll get back to that.
All right.
the Piglin commander. It's real simple. His name is Chungus.
He's General Chungus, yeah.
But
General
he's only
Chungus.
called General Chungus once, and the rest of the movie is just Chungus. It's fucking great.
And that's it. What's the one you found, Eris?
The portal. When all the piglins come out.
Oh,
People are saying that it is straight up a huge reference to WoW.
That's just because you're a WoW nerd.
No, but the whole thing is going
That
the
is
exact
just
same way.
that is just because you're a World of Warcraft nerd. Other people who play World of Warcraft are like, I know this one. It's like when
Well, I mean,
see,
even if
when
it's not on purpose.
Listen, I saw Jack Black clothesline a zombie and then give him an elbow drop. I'm not going like, that's The Rock.
you heard it here first. Grump hates WoW players.
No, but
I'm
not
just
going
saying,
like,
it
that's
is very
wrestling,
similar.
WWE. Jack Black is going to WrestleMania.
Bro, I would actually buy the game if Jack Black. If Steve specifically made it into that game and the Jack Black is his model, I would definitely buy that game. No questions asked. Would I play it? No, I would just buy it. It would support the creators. But I can totally see that being, because we've seen the WoW movie way back initially when it came out. And if I recall correctly, there is a scene in that movie where they rush out, right, Eris?
Yeah, they have the portal opens and a whole loads of orcs are pouring out of it.
Yeah, so I can see the
And
similarities.
people are claiming that the antagonist is very much resembling Gul'dan, down to the whole part of having standing there like a hunched back person with a staff and robes, all that.
Yeah.
Right.
Back to your point, Grump.
Anyway, back to the comedy. The entire Elytra scene. They're escaping a village where General Chungus is attacking. Where there's also a scene where Garbage Man tries to fight him with buckchucks, which is two buckets with a chain between them. And he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna fuck you up," and then just gets annihilated.
Yeah, he grabs one end, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, he grabs one and pulls him in and just sucker.
Oh, I thought it was that
but-
he got hit and then he just did nothing and then kicked him away. I thought that was what happened.
I believe he grabbed it and used it against him and then went, "Sorry, bro."
Oh, I hate Chungus, dude. No, not Chungus. That wasn't the Chungus. That was another guy. I hate that cellmate, dude. The fucking I'm supposed to unalive you. At that moment, I was like, bro,
That's
just
Chungus.
That's Chungus.
Is that Chungus?
Yes.
That's Chungus.
Okay, well,
He's
I
the
fucking
only
hate
pig
Chungus.
that talks.
The
other
moment
than the
Chungus
attack.
said, "I'm here to unalive you," I was like, just fucking say kill, dude. We're not on TikTok.
Right.
Sorry, go ahead.
He's like
Jared
this cool
Hall-
surfer bro that you just got to know.
If a surfer walked up and said, "Bro, you don't want to be
Oh my
unalive in the
God.
water," I might
General
actually just quit
Chungus is the
surfing.
director.
I'm sorry.
General Chungus, voice actor, is the director of the movie.
Holy hell, that explains the movie.
Is it?
Jared Haas.
Fucking Jesus Christ.
But
Sorry.
the entire scene where they escape from Chungus, I find it funny because he flings up two lighter wings and he's like, go, go. And he's like, fuck, I forgot mine. And he's like, let's go. He jumps off a cliff or a castle or whatever. And you think he's going to land in the water. Now he lands on the back of Jason Momoa and grabs his hair and starts using him as a flying motorcycle or whatever. He starts controlling it. He's like, not the hair, I relax. Eventually, there's a scene where they control each other, and it's legit a scene where they say, "We got to do a man sandwich." What? Where what a man sandwich ends up being is that they both they 69 each other and clench to get through a gap. And I find that entire thing hilarious.
That is one of my two favorite scenes in the movie. Or that is the favorite scene in the entire movie. Is that clench. Especially Moa's line right before, which is like, I gotta clench for your safety. And then Jack's like, huh?
Yes.
That interaction is great. I love that shit for them.
It's like Jack Black is ridiculous, but he's like, what? That's even too weird for me, man.
And then if every line was improvised, that could have been Jack's genuine reaction to the line.
That could have absolutely been his
Which makes it even better.
I would imagine Jason just saying that, I will have to clench up for you, bro. Jack would be, all right.
This is the script we're going with, I guess.
Jack would be so down for that.
Yeah. I think my second favorite. For second, it was close between the bucket fight, but I think the winner for me is the creation of the two buckets, where Steve shows the rest of the team how to make something with the crafting table, and then Jason is just there like, fucking step aside, Steve. I'll show you.
This.
Fucking just slams a shit ton of stuff on the chest. Doesn't on the crafting table. Doesn't organize anything. Everything drops on the floor. It just hits it into two buckets appear, and I'm like, I mean, that's fucking all right.
Yeah, because wasn't it the whole thing that he was like, yeah, I can show you how to make a better sword?
Yeah.
he tried to be the guy. He tried to be like the guy. Like he tried to be the what's the term? He tried to be the person that Henry would look up to and learn from. That's nothing. I can
An
do
example.
Better. An example. He tried to be the example.
Mentor.
But mentor, that's the one.
Yeah.
He tried to be better. So he drops just a ton of iron on the table, grabs a skadoosh, and then he creates buckchuck.
2 more buckets. Which Steve's reaction is also like, don't worry, bro. Buckets are useful here. And I'm like, that's true. I always carry a bucket whenever I play Minecraft. Both in real life and in game.
Yes.
You never know.
I have a bucket underneath my chair, but that's for a different reason.
Jesus Christ.
Eris?
I want to say the buckchuckets is one of them.
Right.
For pretty much the same reasons that Bonk just described.
Yeah.
One of my other ones is more a very simple and short scene where they are looking for, I think Don and Natalie are looking for the map guy.
Oh yeah.
And they see him in the boat. Floating away, and he's kicking the pedal. And she's like, "Oh, I'll try and fix this." Gets one of the blocks, yeets it into the lake, and it just floats. And he's like,
"True, no, I forgot about that scene."
The best part is that they're like, "He's getting away. Relax." Part of the pier and grabs just a wooden block and says, "Go boat magic."
That is true. That is true. I want to.
It just becomes a floating wooden block, and then the villager goes.
So now I think about it more. I have 4 favorite jokes or 4 favorite scenes. That the
Okay.
boat, the bucket creation,
Yeah.
the clench for your safety, and
Yeah.
the last one would be when we're back in the Nether. We get to see the little baby piglin who's drawing something, right? Just the fact that the evil bitch just goes, "Oh, that's so cute," and then fucking stabs the kid without any hesitation.
And no one gave a shit about it.
No one cared. That was also great. But I do think the order had to be squeeze for your safety, both magic, the bucket, and then stab.
I have to add another funny one, which is the end of the movie, where the Malgosha, who is the main bad guy of the movie, is gonna fight Steve. First of all, Steve comes around the corner and wears some armor, like a diamond chest plate, helmet, and shoes. And he's gonna run up to her, and you see Jack kind of struggling, running in the entire armor set.
I don't know if it's because Jack has a shape, right? That's the best way I'm gonna put it.
Listen, I have seen Jack do amazing things on his YouTube channel wearing a red
but at the same time, that plus the fact that he has that chest plate.
I think it's the chest plate, and I think they originally were meant to put legs on him too. That's why his movement was stiff, because they had to CGI the leggings on. I think that might be a reason, but they scrapped it in the end, which just makes it look even more awkward because he doesn't bend his knees while running.
Because I know for a fact Jack can move. He can move. He jumps.
Jack's like a monk in D&D. He can do backflips and everything, dude.
Yeah, but I find that hilarious, funny, and the most hilarious part is the end where Malgosha is like about to be defeated. And she's like, "Come close, I gotta talk to you." No, you're gonna stab me with a knife. No, come close, it's fine. He gets closer, and she takes the knife, and he just whacks it out of her hand like, "No,
stop it!
Damn it! No, come back! No, you're gonna do it again. Come back this time. It's about you. Fine. No, fucking." He does it 3 times, and I find it even funnier. The more it happened, I found it more funnier.
He does it twice.
Don't forget the very last time
she grabs the second knife, but he doesn't go back. But he's she's like, "I don't have any more knives." You see her like grabbing at the knife that she just got knocked out of her hands.
I don't have any more. Like, where is it?
I can see.
Do you remember what happened when she actually tried that 3rd time?
She tried to throw it.
She tried to throw it and yelled the same thing that Jack has been yelling whenever he did his jump attack. Sneak attack!
That's also a real funny one with sneak attack.
Throws it 2 feet forwards, face plants.
Yeah.
Fucking dies.
Yeah.
If anything, that's how I want to go out personally. I want to sneak attack a knife 2 feet in front of me and then fucking face plant into the dirt.
I also want to say I find it kind of fun because I realized this afterwards. They do the Minecraft PvP strat about building stairs in front of you.
Yeah.
They do that multiple times in the movie.
Yeah.
I found that.
There's one time they said they were going to build stairs, and I don't think we saw it at all.
No.
That was the Pillager Mansion.
Pillager Mansion. Yeah.
Yeah, because I got interviewed on that scene for a little bit. Henry, there's a scene where they're gonna break into a woodland mansion to find something. I think it's a New Earth crystal because the old one got broken at some point. And Henry, the smart, intelligent kid, is like, "Hey, yo, if we need to get to the 2nd floor, why don't we just build stairs outside of the building?" And then the rest is like, "Oh yeah, that's a good idea, but we need a distraction." And they still go into the fucking house.
Yeah. Because Henry sneaks through the 2nd floor, which I want to say, the loot was on the 3rd floor, not the 2nd. The 3rd.
It was the 3rd, okay.
Yeah, but he was sneaking past it was 2 Vindicators and an Evoker?
Yeah.
But why not just go through the 3rd floor instead of 2nd?
If they were just built from the outside, they would have been fine the entire way through. But they just had to go in because the plot demanded for it.
Yeah, because you had Garbage Man, Garrett, and Steve doing distractions in the lobby to the pillagers. And of course, they eventually get busted because they mess up their performance role.
I guess, yeah, their inspiration ran out or some shit like that.
Or
they
it
get
was to do with Henry getting caught
uh,
sneaking around.
Yeah,
And it was around the same time the Vindicators started moving closer to Jack and Jason.
and so they get taken to this kind of like a wrestling ring the pillagers have in their building, where you have Steve tied up in the corner and Gareth got to fight their champion, who is a chicken, but then is a chicken jockey.
Yeah.
Chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey.
And that's a badass fight, if you ask.
It's a cool fight. I like that, especially Steve's sneak attack where he fucking launches and headbutts the zombie.
Yeah,
kid.
he
That's-
rockets. He rockets the child.
My man had a neck of steel.
He does it so many times in that movie, which I think actually is a Minecraft. No, not a Minecraft. Smash Brothers reference.
Well, Luigi rocket?
No, but Steve does that same thing, doesn't he?
No.
I thought he did it with the rocket.
What? No.
He only uses the rocket when he does his up move with the Electra.
Yeah, like the recovery move.
Well, then we could say it's a Smash Brothers reference. Luigi rocket.
Was that confirmed that Jack Black's gonna play Luigi in the new Mario movie?
Oh, no.
He was Bowser in the first one, so
Fuck him, must put Luigi in the second one, am I right?
we need to watch that movie.
We do. Yeah.
In general, I have here the IMDb page and the Rotten Tomato page. If you guys want to hear the ratings.
I think I know the IMDb one, but I don't know the other one.
IMDb, the movie has a 6.1 out of 10.
Holy shit!
The population is 11 out of 17.
Wait, I'm sorry, which one was this?
IMDb.
Okay,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I thought it was... Wait, percent?
Yeah.
Oh,
6.1 out of 10.
out of
rating.
Out of what?
10.
10 is
Oh,
the
okay,
max.
out of 10. Okay.
Popularity is an 11 out of 16, apparently.
Still at a-
Popularity
okay.
scale. The Rotten Tomato page,
Mm-hmm.
on the tomato meter,
Yeah.
it's a 49.
Okay, so just under average.
Yeah. And on the popcorn meter, which I believe is like cinema enjoyers.
That's
something?
viewer or reviewed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 87.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's a in the middle movie. Like it's totally in the middle. It's not a good movie. It's not a bad movie. It's a fun movie. It's not a clever movie. It's one for the boys and one for the younger ones. If you
Yeah.
play the game, you will find it funny. If you
I
can
made
see
it
the
pretty
laughter,
clear this is not a serious movie in
I
a very
think
extreme sense.
I think the very first line of my name, I am Steve, and as a child I yearned for the mine, set that very apparent in the
Yeah.
beginning.
that was the first line in the movie.
I mean, let's be honest, this movie, the potential it has is the memes that's going to come out of this.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be honest. I don't think, unless they were to do a whole thing with Ender Dragon, like being the big bad guy, I don't think they could have done anything else with a Minecraft movie. So I find it as a acceptable Minecraft movie. Unless they
Maybe.
did something with the Ender Dragon, then it would have been the serious big evil one. They had an evil one, this one, but even that one was funny.
I mean, the whole thing with the antagonist in this movie is that they were like shamed by another piglin. I don't know if it was their dad or whatever.
Yeah, there was the dad.
They were like shamed for bad performance.
They had
Where they,
Hell's
I
Got
like
Talent.
that they used to pick them.
Yeah, there was a like Malgosha, the evil one, had a flashback where it was Hell's Got Talent. where she
Nether's
was
Got
dancing-
Talent.
Nether's Got Talent. Where she was dancing to Pig Step, which was also cool to hear.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, you fucking idiot. Go get some dirt under your nails and dig.
Yeah.
Find me some gold."
I know we're
After
running
everyone laughed
slightly-
them down as well, yeah.
Poor girl. I know we're running slightly over an hour, but could I just? There's a thing that I've been thinking about, and I would like to propose it to you guys. It's a very slight rewrite of how the movie could have gone with the same scenes and everything.
Okay.
If you're interested in hearing it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
So the movie starts as it did, with like, I'm Steve, I yearn for the man, to get Steve's background story, right? Before he gets to, or having get to the Nether, have him break back out of the Nether again, and then wait, no, sorry, let me get my mind straight. Have the intro as it was, right? Up until he gets to the Minecraft world. Have him be in the world for a few days. Have jump cuts where he explores very basic things, like where he learns the timing of the bucket trick, for example. And every time he dies, he just turns red and just like falls flat, and then wake up in his bed again. Have smash cuts of just like Minecraft speedrunning tricks that he learns throughout the movie. And then eventually introduce the 4 other characters, and then also give them like very tiny 5-minute long segments, being like, this is your story. Your dad, your mother died, you moved to this place, you got this job, you lost the job, and now you're here. Just like very quickly establish the lore. And then have Steve run the characters through very basic Minecraft things. Like, this is how a crafting table works. This is how the world works. This is like how physics doesn't apply in this world, except for sand. Sand is weird for some reason. And then step into the more plot heavy things where it comes to like Madoga, whatever the fuck her name is, and all destruction of the world. And at the end they can return back to their world.
You know what I would like to see as well?
What?
A scene of Steve trying to understand what a villager is saying to him.
Well, that shit would be great too. Just have Steam conversate and then be like, I don't fucking know what it's saying, but it's selling something for emeralds.
They just start going, He's like, what?
But I would love to just have like scenes where they go through basic things that every Minecraft player goes through the first time they're in the world. Like the nighttime, have them learn to fight zombies, skeletons, spiders. Have Steve show off one of his like XP grinders, which is this massive, terrifying construction of just pure death.
He did show them the creeper farm.
He did show him creeper farm, but not how the creeper farm works. It was just a massive room with creepers in it. It was never explained how.
Which, to be fair, with the way it looked, if we were to go by Minecraft's logic, there would have been other monsters in there.
Yeah, because there was nothing to keep just the creepers there. So I feel like that would make the movie, one, appeal a lot more to just the pure Minecraft player, because then you get that established, and then you can move away from it with the other lore afterwards.
Yeah.
Well, in general, I think we'll agree with the movie is fine for a fun time to watch with your friends.
It's fine for what it is.
Yeah.
It's fine for what it is. It's a fun movie to watch with your friends. You should never take it serious. It's just there for your own enjoyment, and it's there to create. In the history, Minecraft has a movie now, and it is what it is. You know.
Yeah.
We got what we wanted. We got what we didn't need. But in general, I think it's a good movie. And with that, I gotta be the one to stop us now. Content Corner Podcast, first time trying this shit. Hopefully we'll do it again if people like it. Fucking like, subscribe, share. We're a free dumbasses who try this shit for fun. We're not after the fame or the money, just for a good time.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. I need money.
Shit, fuck. Anyway, if you like this, the next podcast I will choose. The next podcast host will be Bonk.
Ooh, all right. Yeah.
Whatever that podcast will be about, we will find out if this podcast video gets over.
If we can reach, what's a good number? I don't remember off the top of my head.
Say a number. Say a fucking. We're going overtime.
7.
7?
7? Okay.
That's it.
Over 7.
We need over 7 likes.
You heard him out. Fucking do it.
We need more than 7 likes. Otherwise, it won't be more of this. And we have more things to talk about. Ah! Alright, send us out, Grump.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Fucking Jesus Christ.